Hey, strap in tight and get ready for a pulse-pounding ride. With heart-stopping chases and jaw-dropping twists, this movie will leave you breathless. If you're craving the thrill of a roller coaster without ever leaving your seat, you've found it. Hold on, it's about to get wild. In April 2018, police initiated a pursuit of a vehicle that had sped away under unknown circumstances. The suspect refused to stop and continued to flee. Police brought the chase to an end by executing a pits maneuver, causing the car to spin and come to a stop. Officers quickly pulled the driver out of the vehicle before it caught fire. On December 14, 2022, Florida Highway Patrol officers initiated a traffic stop on a vehicle for speeding. As the officers were about to approach the driver, the vehicle suddenly accelerated and fled at high speed, leading to a dramatic pursuit. The suspect continued driving at high speed, and when he reached a corner, he briefly disappeared from sight. Unwilling to let the suspect escape, the police immediately called for additional support, determined to capture him. However, it wasn't long before the police closed the gap, quickly catching up to the suspect as he continued to flee. The attempt to escape was futile, as it was clear that fleeing from the police would only lead to a bad outcome. The pursuit escalated to speeds of 130 miles per hour, with the driver recklessly maneuvering the vehicle, showing complete disregard for his own safety and the well-being of others on the road. Eventually, as the car came off the grass curb, it slowed down and came to a stop. The police then executed a pits maneuver, causing the vehicle to lose control, skid, and halt. Officers quickly moved in, blocking all escape routes to prevent the driver from fleeing. The police then successfully apprehended the driver and transported him to the station for questioning. The vehicle was towed away by a police truck. This serves as a reminder of the consequences for those who disregard the law, believing they can outrun justice. On July 2nd in Stockbridge, a Fenton man was accused of stealing a white Chevy pickup truck with a passenger inside. Upon locating the vehicle, police swiftly initiated a pursuit. The vehicle had significant damage to its wheels, and while fleeing, the suspect lost control and crashed into another car. Police eventually apprehended him and transported him to the Livingston County Jail. The incident unfolded on an undisclosed day, as police were chasing a suspect believed to be involved in a bank robbery in Macomb County. Officers drew their weapons and ordered the suspect to comply, but the individual disregarded their commands and fled at high speed.
We're still only doing 43 miles an hour. Understood, vehicles continue 43 miles per hour. I'm trying to get him to slow down here.
The police attempted to block the suspect's vehicle, but the driver stubbornly resisted, speeding recklessly in an effort to evade any attempts by officers to stop them. Police attempted to terminate the pursuit using pit maneuvers, but the suspect regained control of the vehicle and continued to accelerate, intensifying the drama of the chase.
Traffic's very light.
Shortly after, the police executed a successful pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin and come to a halt. The officers then subdued the suspect and took him into custody without further incident, transporting him to the Macomb County Jail. On December 15, 2024, a Livingston County deputy was patrolling in Brighton when he spotted a vehicle that had been reported stolen from East Lansing. The officer promptly activated his hazard lights to initiate a stop, but the driver ignored the signal and rapidly accelerated, fleeing the scene. In an attempt to evade the traffic stop, the vehicle swerved off the road, drove into a ditch, and collided with a concrete pillar supporting an overpass. 3 individuals were arrested at the scene, all of whom were found to be carrying concealed weapons and driving under the influence. They were subsequently transported to the Livingston County Jail. On August 1, 2021, Corporal R. Youngblood and another officer were patrolling Moreland Road when they received a report about a black Jeep SUV that had passed their location. The officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver accelerated and fled, disregarding all attempts to stop him. The driver veered into the opposite lane, heading directly toward oncoming traffic and narrowly avoiding a head-on collision with another vehicle. The officer attempted to close the gap and end the pursuit, but the driver rapidly accelerated to put more distance between them. The driver displayed a complete disregard for public safety as he continued to flee, driving recklessly through an area heavily populated with pedestrians, likely due to the nearby park. The officer pursued him, aware of the danger, as the driver maintained an excessively high speed in a highly reckless manner. As the suspect vehicle approached a curve, the police officer collided with its rear, causing the vehicle to momentarily lose control. However, the driver quickly regained control and continued to flee recklessly. However, when the vehicle reached an intersection with heavy traffic, it became blocked and was unable to continue fleeing. The pursuit ended safely, with no injuries reported. The driver, later identified as Derek Alexander, was arrested at the scene. It was discovered that the car he was driving had been previously reported stolen. Alexander was then transported to the DeKalb County Jail, where he was handed over to jail staff without incident. On January 8, 2022, Officer Wesley Dixon was conducting a routine patrol in Jefferson County, Florida, when he observed a black vehicle speeding through an active traffic stop surrounded by 3 emergency vehicles, with their lights flashing. Without hesitation, Officer Dixon activated his own hazard lights and swiftly joined the pursuit. The vehicle continued to flee, but slowed to around 55 miles per hour as it traveled down the road, covering an unusually long distance and putting other motorists at risk. After investigating the driver and the suspect vehicle, authorities discovered a connection to a murder that had occurred in Orlando, Florida. As the situation unfolded, additional police units swiftly arrived on the scene, intensifying the chase and making it more dramatic than ever.
Thank you.
The vehicle was speeding recklessly, swerving around other cars on the road in an extremely dangerous manner. The tension mounted as it remained uncertain whether the police would be able to catch the suspect. As the car turned onto another road, the police quickly moved to block its path. When the vehicle attempted to veer onto the shoulder, officers executed a pits maneuver, causing multiple collisions that damaged the car. With no way to escape, the suspect was finally brought to a halt. The police swiftly exited their vehicles, drawing their weapons and issuing verbal commands. The driver initially resisted and refused to cooperate, but officers acted quickly, pulling him from the car and successfully restraining him. It was soon revealed that the suspect was connected to a murder. The suspect was then taken to the Jefferson County Jail for further investigation. On January 10, 2023, Arkansas police stopped a gray car for a traffic violation. As the officers exited their vehicle, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled the scene, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
One pit. Second pit. Let me see your hands! Say hands in the air! Hands in the air! Hands in the air! Stop right there! Step out of the car, face away from me! Step out of the car with your hands up! Face away from me! Walk over here, face away from me! Face away from me!
In a surprising turn, the driver didn't accelerate straight ahead, but instead made a sharp turn, giving the police the chance to execute a successful pits maneuver, effectively ending the chase before the suspect could escape.
On the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Let me see your other hand. Let me see your other hand now. Let me get her other arm.
Just get up on him. Hey! Hey! Y'all want my point more than me. What the fuck?
The police quickly arrived at the scene, apprehended the driver, and transported the woman to the North Little Rock prison. This incident serves as a clear reminder that fleeing from law enforcement only complicates matters. If the driver had not attempted to escape, the situation would have been much easier. It's a lesson to never attempt to run from the police. On August 21st, 2021, an officer was patrolling Haralson County when a Toyota passenger vehicle sped past at a high rate of speed. The officer quickly turned around, activated his emergency lights, and began pursuing the vehicle in an attempt to initiate a stop. However, rather than complying, the driver accelerated and fled the scene. Upon noticing the police in pursuit, the driver immediately sped up and drove recklessly, engaging in one of the most dangerous actions during the high-speed escape.
Clear still, he's on back.
Passing on Circle Road. I might be fixing a bush bomb just so I can stay out. You ready to get out? Hey, reaching. Push on a second. Call.
Careful, what's the secondary?
They reach for something in the center console. Reach for something in the center console.
Get your ass out! Get your ass out! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Get out of the car now! Get out! Get your ass out! Get down! Get your hands on your back. What are you racing for?
Realizing he could no longer outrun the police, the suspect slowed down, though he did not come to a complete stop. In response, the officers quickly executed a pits maneuver to bring the pursuit to an end.
Stand up. You got anything on you?
No.
Huh?
No.
What's that?
My cigarette, please.
No.
Please. Please, not my cigarette. I'm sorry, no.
I don't want
You know we are.
I don't have license.
That ain't no reason to drive like you drive on.
Stagecoach drive. We just need to.
I don't have license.
We got some being honest. Put us in the car.
The officers then exited their vehicle and successfully apprehended the driver, later identified as Teresa Lynn Morgan, who was visibly crying and appeared to be intoxicated at the time of her arrest. She was subsequently transported to the Haralson County Sheriff's Department. On March 6, 2020, while patrolling in Fulton County, police officers were traveling eastbound on Edgewood Avenue near Boulevard Avenue when they spotted a Dodge Charger that was listed in a BOLO alert for fleeing from multiple agencies. The officers activated their emergency lights and attempted to stop the vehicle, but the driver fled. The pursuit continued southbound on Whiteford Avenue, with the suspect disregarding multiple stop signs and driving at speeds twice the posted limit. Police lost sight of the vehicle as it approached Memorial Drive. However, the Atlanta Police Department's Phoenix unit resumed the chase as the vehicle turned westbound onto Boulevard Avenue and headed south. Officers accelerated and continued the pursuit.
20 westbound, 130, middle lane. Yellow traffic.
The exit at Boulevard.
The driver drove to 1038 Washington Street and parked behind the police complex. A pursuit was initiated in the area, with officers determined to prevent the suspect from escaping.
Let them know we're right here. I'm at Washington Park.
We've lost him in the orbit. He's close to the building there. There's a unit that came in, an SUV. We've lost him right there on that building to your right.
What's he got? What's he got? What's he got? What's he got? What color shoes he got? What's he wearing?
Right here, walking out. In the entrance of the complex now.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. I'm gonna tase you. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. What's going on, sir? Get down. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. What's going on?
Police then observed a man walking away from the complex. Upon confirming his identity as the driver, officers immediately took him into custody. The driver was identified as Dean Thani Lewis. South Metro tow trucks removed the Dodge Charger, and Mr. Lewis was transported to the Fulton County Jail, where he was handed over to the receiving officer.